Tony with RT WeGo, and today we have a 1997 Volkswagen Cabrio Highline. And we have just a little bit of an issue with the brakes being soft. I think there's a vacuum leak, which I've seen. I know that's what part of it is. Hopefully that's it and not the booster itself, but we'll find out. But right now I went to the parts store, and the actual formed lines that are for this car not available. Same with the check valve. So we're going to use the old check valve, hope it's still good, and got some hose to replace the line with. So let's see what we can do. If we look here, this is definitely split. That's an issue. Same thing with the piece that goes on the booster itself. It's just cracked all the pieces. So let's replace this with some hose. Someone had already patched part of it back here, and that's basically what we're going to do. We're just going to replace the whole thing. As always, please remember, I am not a mechanic. I'm just a guy trying to keep my cars running without paying a lot of money to the shops and the garages around town, because I can't afford that. So trying to do what I can by myself. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to match this up here. I'm going to lay this hose on here and measure it out to length so it fits this one. So we put that on the check valve. Don't over tighten these. We don't want to break that plastic. This is just plastic. We don't want to break that. And again, with this one back here, you don't want to tighten it up too tight. You don't want to break that little plastic piece underneath. Just snug it up a little bit by hand. Let's replace this piece here and get that fastened. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this hose, figure out how long we need for this. Let's do it this way. Might be just a little bit easier. So to about that one. This one is nice and tight. Like I said, we don't want to tighten that too tight because that's plastic. So let's give that a couple of turns. Yeah, I might not have to rig anything on all. That should keep that away from that heat. We'll just have to keep an eye on it as we drive it. If it gets hot and starts deforming, we might have to rig up something, a zip tie or something to tie it somewhere. But for right now, it looks like it should be good. This one is metal underneath. I'm gonna tighten this just a little bit more snugly. All right, and then we reconnect this little, honestly, I don't even know what this is. I just know it connects to it. This tiny little hose that goes right here on the check valve. All right. That should be good. It sounds a lot more smooth than it did before with the vacuum. And let me give it a spin and see what it does for our brakes. Now we have brakes on the 1997 Volkswagen Cabrio Highline. The vacuum leak was the problem that was letting the brakes be soft, and putting a new line on there sealed up those leaks, and that fixed the problem. There's actually pretty good brakes now, so that was it. And using that hose instead of buying formed parts like from the parts store or online saved us a lot of money. I looked online, they didn't have them at the parts store, but online I found the hose that we needed with the hard plastic, the bend and everything. $109. That piece of hose I showed you, that hose I put on there, like $3.95. So saved a lot of money, and it actually looks a lot more sturdy than that cheap plastic hard line that gets brittle easily and breaks. So I think my son's going to be really happy with this instead of like the original parts. So 1997 Volkswagen Cabrio Highline. Again, I'm not a mechanic, just trying to save some money when I can. If it helps you, great. If not, hope you were entertained. So thank you for watching.